You know, if you ever go to Holland, there is a museum, it's called Leiden Museum. They have all kinds of architecture, discovery, archaeology, discovery, and stuff like that. Over there you have a papyrus, it's a scroll with 16 pages that was found by the archaeologists in Egypt. It was written by an Egyptian man in a time of Pharaoh, 3,500 years ago, actually 3,300 years ago. His name, the name of the Egyptian, his name was Ipovar. And he wrote 16 pages, most of them are complete, and it took years to understand. They had to compare it to other writings that were discovered with pictures by the ancient Egyptians. And they finally solved the mystery. And over there, it describes what happens in Egypt in a year of the 10 plagues. And he writes, he called the Jewish nation the enemies of the land. We live in Egypt, and because of us, they're getting one strike after the other. So he calls us the enemies of the land. He described blood. He described every house, every screams. There's a dead body in every house. And then he described that the enemy of the land are living, following a big line of fire in a cloud. I want to remind you, this Ipovar wrote this scroll, this papyrus, in 1 year before we got the Torah. It was described when we were still in Egypt, while the Egyptians, Hashem, were putting plagues on their heads. So once the blood, for instance, was the year before we got the Torah. It was the beginning. The first plague was blood. He described blood. Then he described other things that he saw. The animals are dying. And then he finished his papyrus. Now there's a dead body in every house. And the nation of the enemies are leaving our land following this big pillar of fire. He could have not copied it from the Torah because there was no Torah. The Torah would be given to us a year later. This was found in Egypt. It's in a museum in Holland. You can see it with your own eyes. I show it in my lectures, Torah and Science. We show this papyrus, the original picture of it. So you see that what's written in the Torah is exactly what happened over there. So the Jews were following this cloud with the fire in it, and shows them where to go. When it begins to move, they pack everything and then follow it.